Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name is Jason Newland. This is Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. It is the 10th of May 2025. It's 4:46 p.m. in the afternoon. It's been a glorious weather day, really has. The birdies are happy in the trees. Well, I assume they're happy. I mean, I don't know if they make different sounds if they're miserable. They might be having a really bad day, I don't know. But I like to think they're happy, tweeting along. What else? Just to let you know, I do have a Facebook group called Jason Newland's Boring Group, which is on it's on Facebook. Got 219 people on there now. It's very popular. You know, it's I do worry sometimes that the queue might get a bit too long, but it's okay at the moment. You know, people wanting to join, like, it's just there's always that like concern that I'm going to wake up and just like have all these requests that I'm going to have to look at, and so yeah, not happened yet though. I've also got a YouTube channel at Jason Newland. Oh yeah, I posted an old video from 2012 onto my Jason Newland's Boring Group on Facebook, and the picture quality is really bad, but it's quite a funny video. It's called, it's in brackets, old video, and then poo out a difficult person 2012. It's got a picture of me smiling. I actually laugh while I'm doing it. It's just a silly video, but it's, yeah, you might want to have a look at it. It's also on my YouTube channel. You can just search for it. I've got 2,500 videos on there. Nowadays though, I'm mainly focusing on just uploading podcast episodes as opposed to filming videos. What else is there to say? My YouTube channel, or my website, I am continuously I'm looking. I want to put in my details, and I've like put in my website, and I've actually typed in website. So my website, I'm continuously making little changes to try and make it a bit better, a bit user friendly, mildly more useful. All my recordings are on there. I've got a section for podcasts, playlists, contact form, link to the Facebook group, the YouTube channel, click a link to PayPal, and then I've got a link to the Let Me Bore You to Sleep. I've just put it LMBYTS. There's a review page, podcast apps. So if you want to search where I am on Apple Podcasts or SoundCloud or wherever, I've got one for Q&A Friday, which takes you to the Q&A Friday page, where not only can you see all the latest recordings, stream or download, play or download, you could also ask me a question at the top of that page. I've got another page for requested recordings, which you can ask me. It's basically a form. It's all the latest, basically it's all my requested recordings on there as well, which you can stream and download. But also there's a form that you can fill in if you want. I've got a Deep Sleep Whisper Hypnosis one. Why this hasn't barked all day, and now it's barking? Can you hear that? And now we've got, I put the three main maybe not the three main ones, but the two main podcasts that I think people would generally listen. So I've got Apple Podcasts. All my podcasts are on Apple Podcasts except Q&A Friday. Spotify, all of my podcasts are on Spotify, so they're also in the menu. The latest flame is last week, or the 1st of the 2nd of May or whatever it was, because now the 10th, I deleted my SoundCloud accounts, thinking it was the right thing to do. Part of the reason is because just financially I've got a it's a bit of a weird one. They've changed me over to a different payment scheme, which means I'm going to have to go between now and pretty much a month without any further money until I get paid. So I was trying to think ahead, like, okay, what can I cut costs? But to be fair, I've only saved myself £20 a month by getting rid of the SoundCloud, so it wasn't really much financial benefit. And then I had quite a few people contact me. Where's your SoundCloud gone? So I managed to reinstate the main SoundCloud account, which is soundcloud.com hypnosis with music. I've actually got a new image on there now, which I'm very excited about. I don't know why. What it could do is actually make people feel like, not know it's mine now. But hypnosis for... Perhaps I should just put it back to what it was, should I? Should I just put it back to what it was? I don't know. And then I've got... so that was, I thought, that's good. I mean, when I uploaded that, in the first few days, the first day, so I uploaded it on the 8th, the 7th, I kind of managed to get it back online. 195 plays. The next day, 562 plays. And then 317, and today, 43. So it's... I don't know what's happened. But then it's weird because on this one, so hypnosis for sleeping deeply, Jason Newland, I thought I'd put a banner, a different picture so you can see it's SoundCloud, because it's got a SoundCloud image. Anyway, there's 4,787 tracks on there. I've got 29 followers. So, but that wasn't enough. Then I've got people saying, where's the other one? Where's the Let Me Bore You to Sleep? And I was struggling to get that back. I really was, because it was... SoundCloud just seemed to be making it more complicated. They said, well, you've got to send it from the SoundCloud, your SoundCloud account email. But when I tried to do that, it said there's no response to this email address that you're sending it. I was sending it to the same email address that they were telling me to reply to. In the end, I managed to figure it out, and I got my Let Me Bore You to Sleep back yesterday. And I've got 1,690 tracks on there, and 65 followers. Yee! And it's all up to date now. So I've uploaded all the latest recordings to both of those SoundCloud podcasts, which is good, because it took a while, to be fair. Wait a second. Right, I'm just going to see what the stats are on this one. Oh, a bit better. So, the Let Me Bore You to Sleep, I managed to get it up on the 9th of May, which would be yesterday. 523 plays, and today 286 plays. So yeah, I normally get between the two, well, between the three, between like Spreaker and Sound. Okay, on SoundCloud I normally get around 250, 500 between the two of them. Sometimes a lot more, sometimes like a few thousand, but generally on an average day, I mean, I can work this out. The last 30 days, 6,588. So what's that? 1, 2, 3. I was going to count the days in. So, okay, so it's a bit more than what I said. So it's a little bit more. So I'm averaging 300 to 400 a day. Plus I miss 3 days out, 3.5 days out. Right, so it varies, but I don't know, 6,500 in 30 days. I don't know what that works out at. 1,000 a day, 100 a day would be 3,000, wouldn't it? Yeah, but bearing in mind I missed 3. So if I go the last... Okay, if I do a custom range, because I'm sure everyone's excited about the answer to this question. Let's have a look at April. Right, the whole of April. Confirm. 8,435. Okay, so it's quite weird. That's the biggest day. That was in April, but the lowest day was 92. So it variates really. But we're looking 8. So there's 8,000. So I don't know, 300, just under 300 a day. So between 500 and 600, maybe 700 a day for the SoundCloud. And Spreaker, I get, I don't know. I'm just kind of giving you an idea because I know everyone's really interested in stats. I know you all can't get enough of it. So we'll do April. Okay, is it May? It's April, isn't it? Okay. So last month was April. I got 53,169 last month. I had a couple of really, this is on Spreaker throughout my other podcasts. I had a couple of really bad days. So the worst day was 603. The second worst day was 756. No, 715. Third worst, 756. And the fourth was 798. But the best day was 4,304. And the second best was 3,620. And then 3,064. The third best. Fourth best, 2,822. And then 2,520, which was the 11th. So 23rd of April, 4,304. That was the best day of the month. So it's kind of hard to work it out. I mean, I would say between Spreaker and SoundCloud, we're looking average of 2.5, between 2,000 and 3,000 a day, I suppose, between the two of them. It's a difficult one to work out, really, to be honest with you. Because if I go back to the other podcast, so if I sign out of I sign into the main podcast for Spreaker, it might be that was loud. It might be less, but I think is more. Oh, blow. Okay, right, he wants me to do a little test. Do a little test to make sure that I'm who I say I am. Like anyone's going to actually pretend to be me. Right. So I do the last 30 days, bearing in mind there was 2 days off. 8,619 on Spreaker, on SoundCloud. What was it on the other one? Was it around the same, was it? I don't know. So 50, 58, 88, 16,000, 56, 60,000. So about 60,000 a month, I suppose. No, more than that, isn't it? 50, 70, about 70,000 a month, I suppose. 16s, roughly. So about 70, roughly about 70,000 downloads a month between the three podcasts, or between the SoundCloud and Spreaker, and the different podcasts I've got on Spreaker. So, I mean, still not a lot. 70,000. It's not even $1 million a year. I'm not moaning, but I am moaning, aren't I? Let's face it, I'm moaning. I mean, if you look, since last June, what? When I had my whole... This is weird, okay? And I do wonder why I don't just go back to doing this. Because I was getting so many more... Why am I even with Spreaker? Honestly, I was getting so many more plays when I was on SoundCloud for all my podcasts, when I just had everything connected to my SoundCloud podcast. So you might think, yeah, oh, blimey, you wouldn't even believe it. Compared to what I'm getting now, it's almost... I didn't realise how embarrassing it was. I'm a little embarrassed. I'll be honest, I am a little bit. A little bit. So I had Spreaker. I was on Spreaker for not the whole of 2024. So I'll do a custom range. What? 2015? Blimey. It started off 2015. I think it's because I've been on SoundCloud for decades, to be fair. So yeah. So what, 2000? Let's go for 2024. 2024. Blimey, this is weird. It's like, I wonder why it started there. Perhaps it was just going back to when I started being on there. So 2024. So let's start at 1. To confirm. Oh, no. Custom range 2024 to now. So let's see if this will give it to me. Will this give it me? There's no 10th of May. Oh. Really? All time. Why can't it do that? Anyway, in June, so it's given me a year. Last June 2024, I had all my podcasts on Spreaker. I had all my podcasts focused on, other than the Let Me Bore You to Sleep ones, I had them all focused on the one Spreaker SoundCloud, on the one SoundCloud account. And in June last year, I had 382,829 plays. And July, see, I don't know when I started. When did I start? Last 12 months. When did I start having my podcasts on to... Okay, it was September I moved back to Spreaker. It was September. So, admittedly, that was a really good month. The next month, which was... So, July, August, these are the 2 months. And I was half in Spreaker. Wow. 150,444 plays in July last year. 106,815. That was August. So these are like well over 1 million a year based on this. I mean, for the whole, that year, the last year, bearing in mind that I'm only getting, like last month I got 9,660 plays, March 9,070, 8,700 in February, 10,223. So it gives, you know, I wasn't getting. But in October I was getting 157,000. I was still half. That's what it was. In November, I completely changed all the way over, and it went down halfway through. And yeah, December's always busy anyway. So it's... Oh no, I think I went back again. I went half back. Blimey. I'm going to change it all back to just going to SoundCloud. I might as well, mightn't I? I mean, what is the point in... If I'm getting more listeners on SoundCloud, I posting my stuff on there, and all my stuff is posted on there anyway. What do you think? Any ideas? Any ideas? Any opinions? Blah, blah, blah. It's just weird to look back and think, you know what? I was reaching more people before. I don't know. I like both. $382,000. It wasn't just that's kind of bugged me a little bit. Is the amount of plays I've got on some of my recordings. So 2,910 plays for my Q&A Friday, 1137. 1,641 for another one, Let Me Bore You to Sleep. 2,458 plays for another one, Let Me Bore You to Sleep, in August last year. 2,577 for Q&A Friday. 2,941 for Healing Thursday. The thing is, right, I don't get... Individual recordings don't get thousands of plays anymore when I'm on Spreaker. Which is making me wonder, why am I on Spreaker? You know what, I'm going to do this while I'm on the phone. I nearly said on the phone. I'm going to do this while I'm on the making this recording. I'm going to go through the process of making these changes. Now, I don't think I have to worry too much, because first of all, I will change the feed so that how many people realistically are actually going to Spreaker. You know, if we really look into it, like really look into it. So how many, even in the last 30 days, how many people have been listening directly on Spreaker? 172. compared to Apple Podcasts 44,947, and Spotify on Spreaker 302. Now I know a lot more people listen to me on Spotify than I can, because they listen to the SoundCloud one. Oh, so let's go for the last 12 months. So 240,023. That's what I got. Can you imagine? 12 months. Admittedly, May, June, July, August, I didn't really have anything on Spreaker. September a little bit, October a little bit, then November properly. So it was kind of like half in September and October. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 months really, but 240,000. It's like 400. It's not even 500,000 a year. I was getting that in a month 4 years ago, and I'm not saying that in a bittery way. I'm just. No, that was bitter. Yeah, it wasn't sweet. I'm not. I'm jealous of myself. That's what it is. I'm jealous of my older self. But in all fairness, I mean, it's good to say that. I think it was during a period where people weren't allowed to leave their houses. So I kind of had a captive audience, kind of, back then. I've had no idea how people found me, but they did. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that they did find me. The thing is, this will, because it's costing me 50, what's it? What's the other £50 for? I might get rid of the website for a little while until I might close the website down until I get my finances sorted. So that'll be a I don't think the way it's. I mean, I don't get a lot of. If this sounds chaotic, just need to assure you that it's because it is. No, it's just. I'm just thinking this. I'm just thinking out loud. That's all it is. I don't get a huge amount of people visiting my website. Should we go for the last month? The last 12 months, okay? No one else in the world probably would tell you this stuff about their websites. They try and make out, I'm so popular. I get millions of viewers to my website, visits to my website every single minute. I don't. Although I was watching one of my old videos from 2010 where I'm talking about getting a couple of 100,000 visits to my website a year. So my website back then was way more popular than it is now. And I don't know why. Yeah, strange, isn't it? So I must have been doing something right. Even though I would argue, not like fully argue, I wouldn't stand up, it wouldn't be that important to me. I wouldn't argue, really. I wouldn't argue. But I spent too much time on that, talking about arguing. I wouldn't argue, that I forgot what I wouldn't argue about. Oh well. I mean, so I've had 2,000 total visits in the last 12 months. Now, admittedly, those last 12 months have been since January, pretty much since February. So it hasn't been the last 12 months, it's been March, April, May. So 3 months. So yeah, it's not really, you know, I can't really, if I say 91 days, yeah, that's kind of how long it's been. 3691. So 2000 views per visit, 3 views of the web of the pages per visit, three page views per visit. Total page views about 6,000 page views. And the most popular visit is just the main page. Unique okay. And ironically, which never used to be the case, going back centuries, United Kingdom is the top list of people visiting my websites. So I've got 507, according to this, 507 unique visitors. From the UK, 490 unique visitors from the United States, 123 from Australia, 30 from Switzerland, Canada 29, Spain 20. So I'm thinking perhaps I should get rid of that website. Do I need a website? Really? Do I? I don't know. I thought it was good to have a website, just maybe it's not needed. Right, Ben's just posted a comment. This is for my poo out a difficult person video. Ben says, "You look so different, LOL, you've aged well, lad." You know what's weird, because I mean, it's not a clear picture because I'm basically, at that time, I was living in, okay, not a dungeon, but I was underground. It was horrible. There was no light, no natural light coming in at all, because it was below ground. So it was, I had to have these lights on, and the camera wasn't very good back then. I mean, it's still probably got a few thousand views on YouTube at the time, but it was just, yeah, you can make out from the image or from the video that I have pretty much no grey hairs, or if I do have, it's minimal, like minimal. And I think what's more noticeable for me when I look at it is the lack of grey hairs in my beard. And also I'm smiling. And from the looks of it, I weigh less. I probably didn't. It's just the angle of it. But it's strange. I'm younger. When you think 2000, this poo out a difficult person was 2012, so that's 13 years ago. It would have been shortly after I moved in there, so I probably was lighter because I did put on a bit of weight. I think once I started taking medication, I think in about 2013, 14, whatever, I think my weight did go up a bit, which apparently can happen. So yeah, I'm always looking for ways to not take responsibility, if at all possible. Oh, yes. That's all. What should I do? You don't normally get to see me in this mode of, because I'm doing this to try and, the more people I reach, the more people I can help. That's the bottom line. It's not about anything else but that. Okay, so what I'll do, here's the process. I can turn it back, But here's the process I'm going to do. And they'll both be running at the same time, in a sense. But what I need to do is settings. Where's the settings? I don't want to delete my account. Plan and billing info. So I'm basically on the Anchorman. Before your subscription term expires, Spreaker will regularly renew your plan. You will regularly renew your plan. So I can cancel subscription. So it costs me $50 a month at the moment. And that's with a 50% off discount code. So it should be... Oh, is it? No. What? Free 1 month for the Anchor. Right. So why? I'm on the Anchorman Pro. Right, anyway, it's costing me $50 a month for Spreaker. So what I'll do, if I cancel a subscription, I understand I don't want to continue with my podcast anymore. If I just put can't afford it, maybe they'll give me a discount. And cancel Pro plan. So it cancels on June 2nd. So it's not really going to make a huge difference, but then I'm now been, blimey, I've been with them for so many thousands of years. I tell you, when I first started with Spreaker, the 13th of October 2018, and at the time I was paying £5.99 a month. Horace is here. You alright, Horace? You alright, Horace? Hello. He looked at me. Hello. Hello, Horace. Right, he's gone. He likes to just come and say hello. And then he goes. He's been doing that for 10 years. So I paid £5.99 a month. In October the 21st, I cancelled it. And then I went back, and I was paying $13.99 a month because I got a discount. And then I was paying $21.93 a month in January 2019. Then February 2019 I was paying $34.99 a month. And then $34.99, yep. So all the way through 2019 I was paying $34.99 a month. And then because I had so many recordings, I had to upgrade. So in August 2019, I started getting paid, starting billing. Oh no, I paid $99 for the customized mobile app for Android. Ooh. That was on the April the 1st, August the 1st, and then August the 15th. My recurrent payment didn't go through because there was not enough money in my bank account. Oh. And then the next day it was in. So $34.99. It happened the same the next month. So 2019, $34.99. October, November. So November it went up to £44.01. Then December it went up to $72 because of the increase in space I was using, really. So $72 through 2020. And then, yeah, that was with a discount as well. And then from November 2020, I was paying $120 a month. So my discount ran out. So I was paying $120 all the way through 2021. Wow. Blimey. And then, so all the way through 2022, 2023, until, okay, I cancelled in November 2023 because, okay, I cancelled in October 2023 because they'd taken loads of my stuff off because it had music. And I went back and I cancelled it again because I was just annoyed because they changed the rules again. First of all, it couldn't have loud, long periods of music. Then couldn't have any background music at all. They kept messing it up. So I went back on a lower plan, £10 a month, in February 2024. And then I ended up June 2024, $10, August 2024, $20, September 2024, $20. I got a discount, so I cancelled it in October 2024, went back with a discount, got it down to $15. Then I cancelled again, and then I came back in December, $20, 2024. January 2025, $20. And February $25, March 25, April 25 this year, May 2025, $50. So I had to go up. I got 50% discount, so it's 50. And now today it cancelled. So what I might do, get rid of the website for a while. Do I need the website? Is it important? Is it relevant? I do like the website, but at the same time, I don't know how useful it is based on how many people visit, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So let's have a look. Just going to try and do something here. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is all files. That'll do it. Right, done. So here's my plan. I'm going to change over. So if I'm going to delete go to my plan. So I've got billing. It's cost me $55 a month. So what I can do actually is change the plan. So what I'll do is one website, one website and one podcast. Because at the moment I've got one website with 250 podcasts available, because I was just putting all the different podcasts in. But this makes it a little bit easier, maybe. So I'll just take the podcasts off, just have one podcast on there, and the rest can... I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I'm a little bit, ooh, you know? A bit, I don't know. So you could change it. Change it. So it will change your next payment 0 June 2nd. So date, if I confirm. You have too many podcasts to select this plan. Remove some podcasts to continue. Right, so what I'll do is I'll have to delete all the podcasts. I can only have one podcast. I mean, I only really need one podcast, but I might not really even need the website. Maybe I'll just cancel the website. Yeah, I should cancel the website. So what we do, accounts and settings, billing history. So I'm gonna had it before, but I started off this year for £1, January 30th, 2025. Gradually it went up and 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 up, and it's now £55. Just had a phone call just then. A neighbour that's called me said, I've had a delivery. Yeah? What are you telling me? But it's outside my door. Yeah, usually deliveries are usually left outside the door. Can you look after it for me? I said, no. Oh, please. I said, no. I don't want to. Oh, could you just collect it so no one steals it? I said, no, I don't want to leave. I don't want to go outside. I'm busy. Oh, please, be your best friend. I said, are you being serious? She said, what do you mean? I said, will you really be my best friend if I go and get it? Well, I don't understand what you mean. No, you said you'll be my best friend. Is that a firm commitment? Is that a genuine promise that you will actually be my best friend if I go and collect your package from the outside your flat? And you'll be in my life every day, and we'll talk about stuff and express feelings, and you'll support me and I'll support you. She said, forget about the package, I don't care if someone steals it. And she hung up. So, hey. I think what I need to do first, so I get rid of Facebook. I'm not getting rid of Facebook, I'm just deleting it from my screen. Podcast page, so if I get rid of that. Right, Apple, it's actually quite weird because she phoned just as I was picking up the phone to look at it. Because when I log into Apple Podcast, Apple Podcast Connect, when I log into that, as well as signing in, it also sends a thing to my mobile phone, which is good, really, that it does that. I'll put remember me, continue with password. Got so many different passwords. Right. That was the noise of the phone. Do you remember when people, I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen anymore, I don't know, I'm not really around humans very often, but they'd have that noise, or do 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 do, every time a text came through, and it'd be going on for hours, constantly. Not with me, it didn't. I can't allow it. I can't allow it. That's a new thing, young people. Allow it. So it's a new kind of phrase that apparently some younger people are saying. Allow it. What? I said I want a new bike. Allow it. So, okay. In what world does that work? Right, so I'm now into so this is Podcast Connect, which is where all my Apple podcasts are. Bearing in mind, this is kind of the gold place. All of my podcasts on Apple are connected by an RSS feed. I will tell you what that means. It's what's it called? I know what it is. I know what it means. It's really simple syndication. RSS, really simple syndication. So what it does is, I guess what it says on the tin, I suppose, if it had a tin in it, there was a label. It's there it is. So each podcast on my Spreaker podcast is connected to those ones. Now, what I could do is what I did before, but I don't know if I want to go back to doing that again, just because I will get more views or more listens, which is kind of the point, isn't it, really? To reach a larger audience. For some reason, when I had all my podcasts directed towards SoundCloud, or all my podcasts were on SoundCloud and they were directed towards Podcasts Connect or Apple Podcasts, it pretty much, it kind of did the job. I don't know. I don't know. Because technically, I don't really need lots of podcasts. I should be able to get by with just one, shouldn't I? Really. But I tend to... and perhaps I could have both. Have both, but at the same time have one. That's not working, is it? Okay. Unless I had a SoundCloud... Oh, he was making weird noises just then. I thought, is he okay? He's cleaning himself, and he was just temporarily looking up, trying to bite a fly. I hope he doesn't get muddled up between the fly and the bits he's cleaning. Otherwise, it's going to be a vet visit. How did this happen, Mr. Newland? Vinny's daddy. Well, he was cleaning himself, and there was a fly who he's been hunting for about 2 days now, and he kept jumping up to catch the fly and then going back to lick himself, and then he forgot which one he was doing. Maybe the fly landed on the area that he was cleaning, possibly, and that's how he became a eunuch. So I could, shall I? Shall I just make the jump? and go back to getting 300,000 downloads a month instead of the 70 that I get now. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it, really? Makes sense. It's a weird one. It's hard to kind of... I don't know. So let's have a look. What is the settings? Where's the content? The RSS feed? There it is. So I can literally change every single one except anything connected to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. What, the Let Me Bore You to Sleep ones? They will be on the Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Everything else will be on the Hypnosis of Sleeping Deeply, because that's where everything is, really. Yeah. And then I suppose I could maybe try and get the Spreaker one down, reduce yeah, I don't know. Right, let's do it anyway, see what happens. This show does not contain third-party content, so, which is true. So let's go. But the problem is, yeah, I don't want to. That's the problem. I just don't want to. Because at the moment I'm using Spreaker, I'm using their music, their background music for my podcasts, which means I'll have to change the music I use. I've put a lot of hours into the website as well. So for that to go, so really, let me just have a look. So I don't even know. Unique. I suppose I could go back to using the Kevin MacLeod music. Could do that again. Go back to that. I think I've saved them. I hope I haven't deleted them. Please don't say I deleted. No, I don't want to have deleted them. I don't know why I'm doing this. What's this? Highly threatened rare bird of prey spotted near where I live. I mentioned that the other week, didn't I? Didn't I mention that? I've seen two. There's not just one, there's two. Oh. Doesn't look very big. A rare red-footed falcon has sent a ripple of excitement through birdwatchers community after being spotted locally. The sleek dark-winged raptor was photographed by Essex birdwatcher Thomas Harris after being spotted. This year the majestic bird was uplisted from near threatened to vulnerable on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. Native to Eastern Europe and Central Asia, red-footed falcons are extremely rare visitors to the UK, making any sighting an extraordinary event, especially in spring. With their slate grey plumage, red legs and underparts, and agile flight, males are especially eye-catching. It's a bit sexist. They are smaller than kestrels but share a similar fluttering hunting style, often hovering or swooping for insects in midair. Photographer Thomas Harris, who captured the falcon on camera, said, "We're very lucky to have this bird nearby. This was a female, and they are typically found in Eastern Europe and Asia, and they spend a winter in Africa. It's a bird I've been wanting to see for many years, so I'm over the moon to finally see one." Oh, red-footed falcons are red-footed falcons are listed as of conservation of concern across Europe. I don't know if that sentence works for me. With natural habitats converted to agricultural fields, pesticides, poisoning, blah blah blah. So number of suitable feeding and breeding sites are dwindling. And he has the last word, Mr. whatever's his name. They are extremely rare visitors to the UK, and I'm so happy. Can't you tell the way I'm dancing? So yeah, one of the city's oldest companies may retire after 180 years. It's a decorating centre. Or building centre, decorating. 180 years. Did they have building firms 180 years ago? I thought we all lived in ditches. And like wigwams and stuff. I don't know, I imagine they had tent shops, but I don't know. Oh, well, I don't know. So after all this chitter-chat, looks like I'm not making any changes whatsoever. Isn't that strange? Probably not. The thing is, right, I do sometimes have a little habit of making changes and then thinking, ooh, you know, it's like, ooh, wish I hadn't done that now. But then thinking about it, if we look at the statistics, so I'll be getting Spreaker like 2,000 plus today, 512. So it's been a very poor day. Oh yes. But if we go for the last 30 days, the different podcasts, Hypnosis for Sleeping Deeply is a top one. Let Me Boy to Sleep is a second top. Deep Sleep Whisper Hypnosis is a third top. Relax Sleep Hypnosis Daily 4. Chronic Pain Hypnosis 5. Let Me Bore Your Pain Away 6. So that's growing, which I'm pleased about. Stop Smoking Hypnosis next. Then Monday Sleeping Boring Objects. Stress and Pain Relief next. Relaxing for Stress and Pain Attacks. Relaxation for stress and panic attacks. And then some of the playlists as well, like 151 to 200, relaxation for stress and panic. You've got Jason's Bedtime Story Time, Nail Biting, Q&A Friday. So actually, it's growing. Some of the ones that I wasn't getting much traction with are now getting more. So you know what? Maybe I should just chill out a little bit. Just let's not make such a big deal about everything. Let me bore. The thing Hypnosis for stress and anxiety. I deleted that one, did I? Brilliant. Why did I do that? Sleep insomnia hypnosis was deleted as well. Great. That's in last year. Relaxation hypnosis deleted. Oh dear. Why I just go through these periods I delete. These were quite popular podcasts as well, so why did I delete them? I don't know. Yeah. Another one, ASMR Let Me Bore You to Sleep, deleted that. Jason Newland hypnosis, deleted. Sleep insomnia hypnosis, deleted. Now, these are ones that were doing okay. So I guess I was trying to just consolidate them into like one thing, I suppose. Maybe. So hypnosis of sleeping deeply, Let Me Bore You to Sleep, Deep Sleep Whisper, Relax and Sleep Hypnosis Daily, Stop Smoking, Stress and Pain Relief, Chronic Pain Relief, or Chronic Pain Hypnosis, Relaxation for Stress and Panic Attacks, Mondays Sleeping Boring Objects, Let Me Bore Your Pain Away, and then Jason's Bedtime Story Time. Q&A Friday right down there, but hey. I suppose really, if all things considered, providing I just continue to do what I'm doing, it'll just continue to grow. So maybe I'll get back. There was a time I can actually tell you. Oh no, it won't give me the stats. It'll only give me the last 12 months or so. I think it's, yeah. I can only do stats for the last 12 months. From the first, really? Yeah, only 12 months. Which is a shame. But I do have, total downloads for Spreaker since 2018, 15,198,675. So all in all, I've had over 20 million, including the SoundCloud and stuff. So that's all right. Over 20 million. And that's since 2018, so imagine how many I've had before that as well. I had a few million, a few mil, just a few m. Do you know how many followers I got on Spreaker? 53. 53 followers. So yeah, I think I might have talked myself out of deleting anything. Vinny's hassling me. Why are you hassling me, baby? Why are you hassling your daddy, Vin? What possible reason could you have for giving me a hard time? Why? I don't understand. Oh, I know what it is. Archie's outside. Yeah, did you hear that? He replied to that. His friend Archie's being taken out. So I need to go take him out and see his friend. Right. I'm going to go then. So thank you for listening. Remember, I've literally just talked about podcasts for an hour or whatever it is. Sorry about that. I thought I'd take you through a system, but I didn't. Well, I suppose I've given you a little bit look behind the curtain, kind of. So thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you do deserve to be happy, and be gentle with yourself, because you deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Bye.